2/22, 2022. Ooh. Should be interesting today to see if we get buyers or sellers on the open. I think there could be really, really good signals today. ASXC target down, SLV higher. Sold all my GDX. Nordstrom, Monster down. So that's a lot of Monster activity last week. MNST. April calls. They are 30 cents at 260. Let's put a dollar bid for 6. April calls. I'm going to go dollar bid. Markets are just wide here. Futures down 18. Nordstrom higher. Macy's higher on earnings. GOLD higher. Gold higher. We see our first 48-hour spike in Roku, guys. Roku 18s. Roku 18s, guys. Roku 18s. This week 18s, $3. See if I can get 2 of these for 3. Roku calls being bought, guys. Roku calls being bought. Filled here at 3. Roku on the 48-hour spike, guys. Roku 18s being bought. Roku 18s being bought. Roku 18s, 118s. 48-hour spike right off the bat, guys. I think that's a good signal. Buy Roku. 225, 2022, 118 calls for 3 targets. And actually, I'm going to hold these off for a while, trying to take as much as possible. Roku reversal here. Stock can get up to 125. I'm going to put these things at like, I'm going to put a 2 lot. I'm going to put one at 7 and then one at 10. So Roku, guys, 48-hour spike. I'm actually trying to expand my targets here. So I have one at 7 and one at 10. I will hold these till 0. This is a pretty big bet for me. It's like a $600 bet. So Roku, guys, targets are going to be 7 and 10. So really trying to play that ATR here. This is not an official signal. No, not official signal. I probably should have made it an official signal, to be honest. So this is a 48-hour spike here. In Roku, guys, the 118s for $3. I will hold these to 0. So I'm risking 600 and trying to make even more. So Roku, guys, big call buyers here. Pinterest 24s. PINS 24s, guys. Keep an eye on PINS 24s. They're hitting the tape here in PINS. The order wasn't that big. 52-week low, Pinterest. 1,000 lot of the 24s trading here. I'm going to take these at 73. Filled at 73. PINS, guys, huge call buyers. PINS 24s. PINS 24s, guys. PIS 24s. 73 cents-ish. Pinterest, guys. So they're coming after Pinterest calls. They're coming after Roku. Maybe these names that finally hit a bottom. PINS 24s, guys. This has a nice ATR too. So Pinterest has a nice ATR here. Pinterest could get up to 25.23. It's the low of the day plus the ATR. I'm going to offer half of these at 125. They can get up to, stock can get up to 25.13. I can offer some of these at 150. PINS, guys, huge call buyer here. PINS. Futures going lower here. Buyer of PINS 225, 2022, 24 calls for 73. Targets. And you can expand these targets if you think we're going to get a rally here, guys. You can expand these targets if you think you're going to get a rally. So you don't have to have 50% and 100%. So PINS, big call buyer, guys. So second thing we've seen today is we saw a 48-hour spike. That one's working out well. Roku calls up to 4. Now Pinterest. Obviously, probably the market would have to come back here. Pinterest up to 71 here. PINS calls mean what? It's 24s, guys. 24s in Pinterest. Pinterest, low of the day plus the ATR can get up to 25.20. So to low of the day plus the ATR can get up to 25.20. So Pinterest, big call buyers. Roku, big call buyers. So Pinterest calls are at 70. Roku calls are at 4, so we're Roku working out well here. Roblox down to 48.09. ROKU. So Roku and Pinterest, guys. Roku and Pinterest. Pinterest going lower. Futures down 26. Roku calls up to 5. Roku on the 48-hour spike. Look at the stock go, guys. Roku on fire. Wow. 48-hour spike, guys. 48-hour spike here. 48-hour spike. Look at it go, guys, up to 480. They just went up to as high as 530 here. So Roku on fire here. This is the kind of day you can kind of expand those targets out if you want. Pinterest just hanging out here. Futures down 25. I mean, futures could go up on the day at any point in time. Futures could go up on the day at any point in time. DraftKings 17.5 is trading here. Pinterest going up a little bit, 70, 74. Roku calls up to 530, guys. ROKU, look at these calls here. 118's hit at 295. 118's hit at 295. Roku on the 48-hour spike, guys, on fire. Roku on the 48-hour spike, on fire. Roku calls 555 here. Wowzer. Holy moly. Pinterest getting a bid. Those can get up to 25.25. Low of the day plus the ATR, guys. So Pinterest I like too. PINS I like. 24s. At the money calls with a big ATR, guys. This could be close to the bottom of these ARK names. You just want that activity to come in here. Where's DraftKings? DraftKings here buying some 17.5s too. Pinterest up to 76. Roku up to 555. If you didn't get in a Roku, there'll probably be another signal. Futures down 30 still. Pinterest up to 77. Roku up to 550. About to go through 24 here. Look at it go. 79.83. Roku up $1.87. ROKU on fire. Maybe there's a buyer in these stocks, guys. Pitchers can get up to 25.25. Monster. It says I'm down 2,000 Monster. That's not a real mark. DraftKings ripping too. We saw some DraftKings calls being bought. SLV trading here. 5-minute bar close. Probably nothing on the 5, but we can have a look here. If you're just getting a nice little bid here, Pinterest up to 83. So 5-minute bar. Let's look at this real quick. 5-minute bar on Apple. No signal. Amazon. No signal. Baba. No signal. Facebook. No signal. Google. No signal. Tesla. No signal. And then Netflix. No signal. No 5-minute bar long. No 5-minute bar long, guys. So no 5-minute bar long. No 5-minute bar longs here. ROKU, guys, absolutely on fire here. DraftKings and Pinterest all working here. Look at Roku, 100% profit. ROKU, guys. 100% profit on ROKU. ROKU, 100% profit. Those are up to $6. I have a target at 7 and 10. So these are just getting bid. Pinterest getting a bid. Oh, look at Pinterest go. 26 at 90, 87 at 94 here, guys, in Pinterest. Pinterest on fire, guys. Pinterest on fire. So I can get up to 25.25. That's a low of the day plus the ATR. 25.25. Low of the day plus the ATR. 88 and 97 now. I love these stocks with the new ATR. $89.96. 90.90. I'm gonna try to sell them at 92. Oh, look at Pinterest go. Pinterest. That's it, guys. I just took out Pinterest here. Pinterest, I'm out. Pinterest, I'm out. Oh, actually, I'm close to out here. I'm going to take Roku off at $650. Pinterest, I just made $4,600, guys. Pinterest, I just made $4,600, guys. Out of Pinterest, guys. Woo! Taking off Roku here at $650. So trying to take Roku off at $650. Trying to take off Roku. Pinterest, I'm out, guys, at 96 cents. I made 22 cents, guys. Pinterest, $4,600 profit, guys. $4,600 profit. $4,600, guys, in Pinterest. $4,600 here in Pinterest. And they keep going up, too. Probably sold them too early. I bought 200 of them. Sold them out. Wow, 99 a buck now. Roku, I'm trying to take off at 650. Roku, I'm out, guys. $3 to 650, guys. Roku's $3 to 650. It's a quick $700 here. A $5,000 trading here in front of you guys. A $5,000 here. Roku, I'm out. Pinterest on fire. What a day. Pinterest and Roku. I'm out of both, guys. Roku, 650. Exit to close. And filled. Took off. Roku for $700 profits on 2 lot. 2 contracts, guys. 2 contracts. That's it in Roku, guys. 2 contracts in Roku. $700. 2 contracts, $700. Roku. Futures only down 9. Took them off at 650. Oh, look at Pinterest keep going here. $400, 120%. Great trading, guys. Great trading, guys. Roku called. Roku and Pinterest, guys, leading the way today. Only one signal's hit the tape on all our scanners in a huge winning trade. They bought some Hertz calls last week, HTZ. 160 they traded. Pinterest up out. DraftKings on fire. Macy's has earnings. We took that Macy's signal off last week. We had a March 33s. Volatility is probably coming in on those too. CAT trading here. Pinterest actually didn't come off any of the scanners. That was just like I saw it going across the tape. So I bought them. Took them off $4,000 profit. P&L today I'm up over $5,000. My P&L is getting close to break even. Monster call spreads. Citigroup calls being bought, guys. So Citigroup calls being bought. This hit our 48-hour spike. Citigroup calls being bought, guys. Citigroup calls being bought. Citi calls being bought, guys. Citi calls being bought. 48-hour spike. Buyer of Citi. These are the 3-4 2022. 64 calls for 155-ish. Targets 230 and 310. So Citi calls being bought, guys. Citi calls being bought. 48-hour spike here in Citi. 48-hour spike here in City. City calls being bought here, guys. City calls being bought. Futures up on the day. Down 70 overnight. So futures were down 70 overnight. Up on the day, up a point. PayPal calls being bought 110s. Bottom could be near. PayPal March 11th, 110 calls being bought. So this is a, wow, look at that go. Long, oh, so this is expensive. Swing trade. Buy PayPal 311, 2022. 110 calls for 2.25. These are already popping, guys. Targets. These have already moved here, guys. 350 and 450. So PayPal, an expensive swing trade. This will be a scanner that'll be launching soon, one day. Expensive swing trade. So expensive swing trade, guys. Expensive swing trade in PayPal. So the 110s, these are already starting to move. Oh, now they're back down here. So you can get them at 2.25 if you like them. I don't like buying the market right here. I wanted to see the market go down 70 points and then find all the buyers. We already found buyers. Out of Pinterest. Out of Roku. So PayPal calls being bought, Roku calls being bought, Pinterest calls being bought. Futures up 10 now. City calls being bought. I probably would have taken those PayPal calls at 2.25. Everything working again today, guys. No ETF trades yet so far. I'm gonna add the Fallen Angels trades. No official signals today. Stocks with new 52-week lows today. Oh, there are 496 stocks with new 52-week low. Wow. A lot of really good signals today, guys. PayPal, Pinterest. Yeah, these. $496 stocks with new lows today. Futures up 11. Pinterest I got out of 650. They're up to 690. This is a list of stocks with new lows. Possible fallen angels. Bonus trading today. PayPal 2.25. I missed that trade, so I'm just not going to take PayPal. I don't like getting long in the market here, guys. I do not like getting long in the market here. I like getting long when the future's down 30. I don't like getting long it here. Penny spike, nothing so far today. So the Sigma's actually been a little quiet today. I wish we were down more so I could get longer today. Roblox, Josh Brown was talking about buying it at 100. PayPal's interesting, guys. Right here. I don't want to be buying the market here. I don't like when the futures are up. If the futures are down and they're buying calls, I'd be getting longer today. Monster calls just a little bit wide here. Bought a bunch of call spreads in Monster on Friday. So bought a bunch of call spreads. The 90-95 call spread in Monster. Today, huge massive profits, guys. Took DraftKings, took Roku. Taking those both off. I still think the market has another like high, lower. So not necessarily looking to get long today. I think your opportunity to get long in the first 30 minutes of the day was already there. Now I think we go lower. I can see us going back down 70 points. Do I want to sit here with long positions? No. Do I want to sit here with short positions? I think we go lower from here. We're going to do a survey today, too. Futures up half a point. Planetary, I have to look at it. It was on Friday. I'm trying to give you guys a bonus trade. I think there might be a good trade that hits the tape. I should have given away Roku as a trade. I really screwed that up. That's my fault, guys. I should have given away Roku as a bonus trade. I should have given away Roku as a bonus trade. As a trade, actually. Those doubled in value. I figured the first trade that hits the tape on a huge down day to the long side was going to be a huge winner, so I screwed that up. My prediction was, mine was like 14 something or like 14. I think I guessed 1201 or something. Migrant calls being bought, nothing specifically. I think the future's going to lower from here. Half an hour into the day, guys. Really good signals so far today. In Pinterest, Roku, out of both of those. Pinterest, I would not be looking to buy them again. They traded up to 105. I got out at 96. Futures now down. PayPal down 55 cents. Futures down 2. We're down 70 overnight. Actually down 82 overnight. 82 overnight, guys. That's insane. VIX over almost above 30 here. One headline comes out, the market can move. Tensions between Russia and the Ukraine. Not looking to get long here, guys. I'm waiting for some more selling pressure. I think we could go down a lot today. We'll do a survey, a poll here in about 10 minutes. PLTR, I need to look up who won that. Fortune's down 4.5. Pinterest back down to 71. I'm out of Pinterest, out of Roku. Taking my money and running, guys. Could there be another rally? Sure. I think the buying pressure came in. I think it's over for a little while. I have Monster call spread. I would get really weird marks in these. So I bought Monster in March 90-95 call spread. I also bought the April 90-95 call spread. Now the futures are just hanging out here, not really moving at all to the upside or the downside. PayPal calls are 210. City's going down. I did like Hertz calls from Friday. I think that's Thursday. HTZ April 20s. Pinterest back up to 83. So the only thing we've really seen here, Pinterest calls, PayPal calls, Roku calls. Roku's 100% profit. Futures down 6 now. Not looking to get long, guys. I think the opportunity to get long in the first 30 minutes is already over. We could go down 50 points today in a heartbeat. We get some selling pressure maybe towards the end of the day when Brian's on. It's good night, Elizabeth. We could really get hit hard. Pinterest, yeah, Pinterest was great. I'm not optimistic. I mean, when I see a day where the futures are down 70, no news comes out, and they're only down 10, you're just kind of like shake your head. I mean, I'm always in structured notes, so I'm always technically long the market. Pinterest rate hanging out of the 24 level. VIX popping here. How about some Marvell calls? Wow, slowness. Pinterest, Roku. Saw some DraftKings calls being bought. No official signals today, guys. Should have called Roku as an official signal. Literally, I'm in my head. I'm like, hopefully the market's down as much as possible this morning. We get a bunch of long signals this morning because I think the market will rally back. Then we saw the market rallying, and you're like, well, I don't know, should kind of shake your head. I thought out of any days, today would be a day with great signals. Yeah, Dave paid for it in Pinterest. I'll tell you that. I made $4,600 in Pinterest, guys. $4,600 in 30 minutes. It's not a bad day, huh? $4,600 in 30 minutes. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. And in Roku, I made $700, so $5,000 on 2 trades. Roku keeps going higher. I sold Roku at $650. Signal hit 48-hour spike, guys. If you don't have any of those signals, literally say you can buy all these scanners at optionhacker.com. So you can buy all these scanners at optionhacker.com. Futures down 6. Ba-na, ba-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Da-na, da-na. Ba-da-na-na. Well, besides commissions, there's no really expenses. Besides commissions, there's no expenses. Roku, $700. And at 3 out of 650. And based on the low of the day plus the ATR, Roku actually has more upside. Roku could actually get up to 126. Roku could actually get up to 126. Sometimes when you have like such big profits in such a short period of time, you're like, okay, I could be wrong. I'm gonna take these off. That's what it felt like in Pinterest. I thought Pinterest would go higher, but when you're up that much money, you're like, maybe I should just take it off here. Futures down 9 1/4. Exxon, I had some March 85s for a while, so I actually don't have any new positions today. Exxon down 2 from the highs. Off to Dallas today. The Big D. Kraft 40s trading for this week. Kraft 40s trading for this week. Small order in Kraft. I'm going to buy $100 worth. So Kraft 40s, I'm going to try to buy $100 worth. This is it's called a lottery ticket, guys. So this will be one of our new scanners here. Kraft 40s. So lottery ticket, I know it's going to be called. Buy Kraft 40 calls for 14 targets. I'm going to try to buy $100 worth of these, 22 and 28. So I'm going to try to buy $100 worth of these. A lottery ticket in Kraft. Lottery ticket here in Kraft, guys. So Kraft, I'm trying to buy the 40s here for 14 cents. Pinterest back up to 90. Kraft not filled.